I don't know, guys. I must be weird or something because I also like the scent of gas. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Elite Nurse Lifestyle, where we discuss all things fashion and most importantly, fragrances. If this is your first time here and you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And for all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for continuing to watch. So guys, today I wanted to do a video where we discuss some of the most popular fragrances right now and just kind of go over whether or not I think they're worth it, worth getting, you know, making that investment in getting a big bottle of these fragrances, if it's worth the hype or it's not. I'm just going to share my opinion with you of some of the fragrances that I have that I see are pretty popular currently, and just let you know all the 411 before you decide to purchase. Okay, so if you're interested in finding out what these fragrances are really giving, what's the tea, what's the 411 on these fragrances, stick around, I got you.
Cute and fluffy notes of tote and rote and you bitches be on here talking about some notes of oud and good and rude and raspberry doze and bubbly, fluffy, and bitch, does the perfume smell good or not? Don't piss me off.
So guys, the very first fragrance is one that ever since it launched in 2023, I got a sample of this fragrance and I wanted it so bad. Guys, I even had a faux pas where I ordered the wrong fragrance thinking I was getting this one, right? Because they had similar bottles and I just was not paying attention. I was just so happy to get it at the price I thought it was. So anyway, the first fragrance is Valleja. Guys, oh my God. This fragrance was a love at first sniff for me, okay? And oh my God, guys. This fragrance was created in 2023 by Quentin Biche, and he is one of those perfumers, guys. He's well known in the fragrance community. He created, I believe, Delina, and is just a really great master perfumer. And so this scent, guys, it's white florals with some aldehydes, but not overly powerful aldehydes, if you know what I mean, right? Like, it doesn't go crazy like, say, a Tiziana Terenzi fragrance or like a Chanel fragrance where you have the super aldehydic vibe with those fragrances, right? And this one is just really well done. Some notes that I get most prominently, the aldehydes are definitely there. It has like this powdery, effervescent feel to the fragrance. It also has the white peach, the bergamot, and the mandarin orange. I think in the opening you get those notes very noticeably, right? Those are the main notes that you're smelling. And then it has like some orange blossom, some lily of the valley, which gives it this powderiness. And then in the base, there's the musk, ambroxan, and akigala wood, as well as vanilla to give it some sweetness, guys. This is a fresh, ethereal fragrance, but it also has that sexy vibe to it where, you know, that musk plays a part in giving it some depth. This is just absolutely beautiful, guys. And this fragrance to me is a 9+ out of a 10. It's worth the hype. It's worth getting your nose on. And so if you haven't smelled this one as yet, definitely go ahead and give it a whiff. But I think it's worth the hype. Okay. The next fragrance, guys, is one that this house is new to me. This is the first of the house that I purchased this year. And I've had it for about a month now. While I've been MIA, guys, one thing I've always said is that even though I may be MIA, trust and believe I'm buying these fragrances, right? It's like my pockets won't get a break. But this fragrance, guys, it's very popular on TikTok, and it's Escapade Gourmand. It's from the house of Mason Mataha. And guys, OMG. Oh my God. Guys, when I got this fragrance and I sprayed it, the opening for me, I was just like, oh my God, did I find my creme brulee? This, guys, it's ambery, it's warm, it's vanilla, it's sugary, very simple. I believe it's sugarcane. It has some benzoin in the base. Oh my God, guys. Some ambery notes. Let's see here. So the top note is sugar, and you could, when you initially spray it, oh my God. When you initially spray it, you get that like burnt, caramelized sugar note. That's how I get it, right? And then you get the vanilla, you get some tonka bean, and then as it dries down, you get some benzoin and you get some musk. This is a good one, guys. This is an absolute good one. This, it says here that it was released in 2020. And so I've seen this all over TikTok, guys. I've seen so many people speak about it, but you know, like I've mentioned before about vanilla, I'm very particular about vanilla. You know, I don't want just a sweet vanilla. I want something else, you know, spice it up a little bit. So, and this, guys, I think it truly captures that. It's moderate projection, moderate sillage. It's not beast mode. It's great for layering because it's such a straightforward vanilla. It's great for layering with other scents as well. Just, oh my God, but it's absolutely beautiful. Stunning fragrance, in my opinion. And I think for, you know, all those reasons that this one definitely was worth the hype. If you haven't tried this as yet, I say get your nose on it. I think it's a really beautiful vanilla. I can see myself repurchasing this fragrance once it's, you know, once I've finished this bottle, but it's really beautiful. And so Escapade Gourmand, yes, it's worth the hype. And I give it about an 8.5. Okay. The next fragrance, guys, is one that I have recently I've recently spoke about this fragrance many a times on my channel, right? It's the first of the house, and it's from Rosendo Mateo. And for me, this is number 5, guys. When I got this fragrance, guys, when I tell you, it was so unique to me. Like, I've never smelled anything like this, right? It has this burnt rubber note to it, but to me, in the best way. And it was so unique. It's florals, it's a little musky, it's a little powdery, and ambery as well. So it's kind of sexy, guys. It says on here, it's a floral, amber, sensual musk fragrance. And I think it captures all of that very well. And for me, guys, that burnt rubber note is what I like most about it. I don't know, guys. I must be weird or something, because I also like the scent of gas. So there's that. I like the scent of new cars, money. So for me, this is like right up my alley. That burnt rubber note, I think, is what makes this such a standout, because it's so unusual, but it's not done in this off-putting way. And if you guys have this fragrance and you you don't like that note in it, to me, what I get it prominently when you first, in the opening, right? And it stays for a bit, and you can still smell it just a tad in the dry down, but it's not as prominent as when you first or initially spray the fragrance, right? So I absolutely love it, and this is how I wear it, guys, with Solcharosa 62. I've had this since it first came out. I bought it, I think it came around my birthday. I bought it, I think, over 2 years ago now. And I was going away and I bought it for my birthday. And I'm telling you guys, this combo together, number 5 and the Solcharosa, the pistachio notes in this, it's gonna just give it something extra sexy, something extra decadent. And if you have these two fragrances, try that combo and let me know what you think of it. But to me, this is definitely worth the hype. I give this fragrance an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's unique. I think it's sexy. And I think it says everything that it is supposed to. It does everything that it's supposed to do. It's sensual, and when I wear this fragrance, especially with the Sol Charosa, I get so many compliments with it. I wore this for my son's birthday last December with that Sol Charosa combo, and I got so many compliments on it, guys. So if you have this fragrance but you don't like it because of the burnt rubber note, try it with the Sol Charosa and see how you like that combo together. But I just absolutely love it. It's worth the hype, in my opinion. So the next one, guys, is a fragrance that was launched, I believe, in 2023. And this one, I was very intrigued by it, and I've heard you know, it all over TikTok, and I think I even heard Demi spoke about this fragrance, and so I was very intrigued about this fragrance, and it would have been the first from the house that I had. And it's from Gritty, and it's Gossip Night, guys. I've had this 3 weeks now, and so this is how it comes. And I love the bottle. Beautiful marble looking bottle there. I think it's so beautiful the way it's done. And so this one is a peach forward fragrance, right, guys? It's fruity. It's a little powdery, and the main note that I get is peach in this fragrance. So like I said, it was launched in 2023, and the main notes, it says here, is lychee, heliotrope, mango blossom, peach, whipped cream, and caramel in the mid. The peach, the whipped cream, and the caramel is in the middle notes. And then for the base, there's Madagascar vanilla, as well as white musk and cashmeran. Okay, so for me though, whenever I spray this fragrance, what I get most is the mango blossom as well as the peach. And then it dries down a little powdery, a little musky, and also you know, you get the sweetness. But I gotta tell you guys, this is not my favorite peach. I thought I would have found the peach that, you know, in a fragrance that I would love, because I have bitter peach, and it's an okay fragrance for me. I have it right here. I didn't get the full bottle because it was just okay. It didn't blow me away, right? But it smells similar. If you do like bitter peach, I feel as though you would like Gritty. Not the same fragrance, but it's definitely in the same realm, right? This one, I think I like the opening of this better, to be honest, the bitter peach. It's more effervescent. I find it lighter, airier. This one, for some reason, it dries down kind of mature, very mature. And it's not my favorite. It's not my favorite peach that I have smelled. And I thought, you know, this one would have given me that peach fragrance that I'm looking for in my collection, right? It's not a bad fragrance at all. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And the only reason it's rated that is because I don't like that mature feeling about it. I feel like it needs some effervescence, some lightness, some fizziness to it, you know? And I like the opening of the bitter peach much better than I do the opening of this. This one, it dries down a little bit, you know, creamy, musky. I think it's the mango and the peach that I'm not really feeling together, but still a great fragrance to, you know, get your nose on. Is it worth the hype? Nah, I'd say no, it's not worth the hype. It's not worth the hype. But it's still a good peach fragrance. And for me, it gets a 7.5 rating because of those things that I mentioned. Moderate projection, moderate sillage, nothing beast mode. It becomes a skin scent after like 6-7 hours. It's okay. Not worth the hype. So let me know your thoughts on this. If you have this fragrance, if you if you have both of these fragrances, let me know if you like Bitter Peach better or you like the Gossip Night. Okay? The next fragrance, guys, is one that I was super excited to get. I've had it about 3 weeks now. I've been playing with it nonstop. And guys, this one right here is different from my usual scent palette that I like, right? But I also appreciate this kind of fragrance. This one is none other than Oolong Cha from Nichefragrances, but this is the X version. I've never smelt the original version, but when I smelt a sample of this, guys, it brought me back to my college years. I used to wear this fragrance called Green Tea. I believe it was in like a green bottle, and it was just a tea fragrance, and it smelled absolutely beautiful. So when I saw they came out with the X version of this, because I've always heard people say the Oolong Cha was a great fragrance. I never took the plunge. I don't know what the original smells like, but this one, guys, stunning. So this is how it comes. It has a little postcard here from Nichefragrances. And then the fragrance sits so beautifully in here. And it's the X version, right? So this, guys, it's a citrusy tea fragrance. What I get most, I'm gonna spray it. Ooh, oh my God, guys, this is so good. You get the citrus in the opening, right? And then you get the tea note. That tea note is very prominent, but it's so beautifully done with the citruses, right? Then there's I'm getting a bit of creaminess as well. And so it says here, guys, that this fragrance has yuzu, bergamot, Litsia cubeba, I don't know what that is, and mandarin orange in the top notes. And then in the mid, there's the green tea, which I get very prominently. The green tea, there's some magnolia, some thyme, that I pick up as well. It gives it this greenness. And then there's some musk and fig in the dry down. But this, guys, oh my God, it's so beautiful. If you like a fresh scent, especially in the summertime, in the hotter months, guys, this would be amazing to wear, okay, at work. It's just, I think it's very people pleasing. And for me, what I love most about it is that it's so bright and effervescent. It's not a super sharp tea fragrance, if you know what I mean. And I think the composition of the citrus as well as the floral notes, the magnolia, and with the fig, I think it just gives it this great balance, guys. It's a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Absolutely stunning. Get your nose on this fragrance. The older version, guys, it says here it still has the bergamot, it has the orange, it has mandarin orange. It also still has the Litsia cubeba, I don't know what that is. But this one has oolong tea, whereas the X had green tea. This one has some nutmeg. It still has the fig and the musk. And so the X version, I think they added the yuzu, and it also has the magnolia, which gives it that, you know, that really nice floral note. And then for the base, it still has the musk and the fig. But this, guys, get your nose on this. It's absolutely worth the hype. I don't know if I should tell you if you should go for the original or the X version, but I absolutely love this version. I haven't smelled the original, so maybe you can get a sample of both just to see which you like best. But this is gorgeous, gorgeous. This to me is a 9 out of 10. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's Wulong Cha X from the House of Nichefragrances. Check it out. And last but certainly not least is a fragrance that I recently posted about, and it's none other than Biancolatte, guys. This one I decided to put on, even though I spoke about it previously, but you know, we're talking about fragrances, about the hype, if it's worth it. This one, you heard if you've seen the previous video, you would have heard some of my thoughts on this fragrance. And for me, is it worth the hype? As far as the smell, yes, I would say it's worth the hype for the smell. I think it's a beautiful caramel vanilla fragrance. It's great for layering, great, you know, composition of notes. But as far as performance, that's where it's lacking for me, guys. I don't hate this fragrance, okay? Let's be clear. And if I haven't mentioned, it's Biancolatte from the House of Giardini di Toscana. And it's a gorgeous scent. I think if you were thinking of purchasing it, I think for the smell, it's a beautiful smell. However, I just wanted to be honest as far as the performance of this fragrance. You know, they were saying it was so beast mode, it was so strong, and I didn't find that, so I felt like that needed to be known, because you know, I even said define what strong is. And I think for me, strong is a fragrance where you don't need more than 5 to 10 sprays, right? For instance, Oud Satin Mood that I mentioned previously, Grand Soir even is another fragrance that more than 5 to 10 sprays, you'd be choking someone out, okay? You'd be choking yourself out. How about that? Okay, this one, guys, I'm literally dousing myself in it. 20 plus sprays. Okay, and someone said I may have gone anosmic to it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't get any compliments, though. At least with Baccarat, I know I do go anosmic to that fragrance, right? With Baccarat, even though I'm anosmic to it, other people can smell it. With this one, ain't nobody smelling it. So I'm like, something is wrong. Okay, y'all are not giving the facts when it comes to these fragrances. It's not beast mode, y'all. This fragrance, after 2 hours, I honestly cannot smell it. Some people say they get 4 or 5 hours. That's beautiful. If you, and you know, I do my whole thing, guys. I've been doing fragrance for a while. We know about the layering. Listen, when it comes to body care, I'm obsessed with that. So I do my exfoliation and I do all that stuff, right? And I know how to make my fragrances last. But this to me is like a Tom Ford Lost Cherry. Love, love, love the scent. Guys, I love the scent so much. I have the candle. Okay? Love the scent. But one thing we cannot do is lie about the performance of Lost Cherry. It's crap. Lost Cherry is literally giving you 2-3 hours. Okay? And I'm talking about that's with topping it off with all these other things. Lost Cherry performance sucks. And you know, let's call a spade a spade. That's how I am, guys. I'm very upfront. I'm very straightforward. You know, I call a thing a thing. And this one, guys, I just am not getting the performance that y'all been saying this has had. And so for that, I just felt like I needed to share that and let people know, if you're thinking of purchasing this fragrance, that you may have the similar experience as I do. Past 2 hours, I don't smell anything. And I've never gotten a compliment on this fragrance. when I wear it out. So it's great for layering. It's great. It's a great smell. And for that reason, it's worth the hype. I'm going to give it a 50-50. Worth the hype for the smell, but for the performance, nah. Performance is definitely lacking. And so I would give it a 4, a 5 for performance. Okay, guys? So if you have any of these fragrances, and let me know which ones you think are worth the hype, and what about these fragrances that you thought was worth the hype and what wasn't. Okay, guys? And until next time, thanks for watching.